Hi guys, my name is Leo. Welcome to my class. I'm one of the GEARUP tutors at Indian Ridge Middle School. You can call me Professor Perez, as some people call me. Anyways, we're going to be learning about Algebra 1, as you can see in the screen. I know you guys are aware of Algebra 1. Some of you guys have taken Algebra 1 in 8th grade. And for those who have not taken Algebra 1 in 8th grade, well, welcome to my class. And hope you guys learned and enjoyed my part of the lesson. So let's begin, guys. Alright guys, so let's get into the problem. Today's going to be a little bit more different. It's going to be about graphs of exponential growth. And throughout high school, when you guys go into Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Pre-Cal, Calculus, and those who want to go to college, you're going to be using these types of problems. So keep in mind and practice these problems once you go in depth more into math later on in the future. So learn and practice what I'm about to show you guys. So our first example here is choose the graph of the function of f of x equals 2 times 3 to the power of x. So we have our three given graphs, which are already plotted. So I like to think about two things. What happens when x is equal to 0? What I mean by that is that f of 0 is going to equals to 2 times 3 to the power of 0. And that's what I mean by that. So 2 times 3, we cancel 3 and we cancel 0 and we put a 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So they're asking us for the f of x of a y-intercept of 2, right? I don't know why I did that. Anyways, so that's going to be 0 and 2. So we're looking for the y-intercept. So which one of these graphs are going to correspond to the y-intercept of 2? So look at graph 1. Graph 1, we can eliminate that. We can eliminate that right off the bat because it has a y-intercept of 1. Graph 2, we can also eliminate that because it has a y-intercept of 3. Last but not least, we have graph 3, which has a y-intercept of 2. So we can look at this one, and this might be the correct answer. But first, we need to double check to see if graph 1 and graph 2 is incorrect and graph 3 is going to be the right answer. Well, another thing to realize is that this number 3, is often referred to as a common ratio. And that's because every time you increase x by 1, you're going to be taking 3 to a 1 higher power or multiplying by 3. So each point you're going to be multiplying by 3. Or should I say each function you're going to be multiplying by 3. So let's start here with our first one. So f of 1 is going to be 2 times 3, and then it's going to be 2 to the power 1, but you guys don't have to put a power 1. You guys could just leave it like this. 2 times 3 is going to be equal to 6. So basically I moved here and we multiplied by 3. And so let's go into f of 2. F of 2 is going to be equal to 2 times 3 to the power of 2. And that should give us 18. Why? Because 6 times 3 is going to give us 18. So each function we're going to be multiplying by 3. So let's look at graph 1. Again here, we won't be multiplying by 3, it's going to be doubling. So graph 1 is going to be out. Graph 2, you are not multiplying by 3, which could eliminate that, and that leads us to the last one, which we chose in the beginning, that graph 3 is going to be the right answer, and we are right because it moves 3 times, because 2 times 3 is going to be equals to 6. So graph 3 is obviously going to be our right answer. Alright, so we have our second example here. What I would like for you guys to do is to pause the video and solve it by yourselves, and unpause when you guys are ready. So now let's solve this question and figure out what you guys got. So you guys should have gotten answer choice of C. And the reason why I got answer choice of C is because, well, first let's look into our steps. We have our exponential formulas. Y equals a times r to the power of x. The y-intercept of the graph is 0, 6, which is the y-intercept of 6. So a is going to be equal to 6. The graph passes through the point 112. So we have here the line that gave us the 0, 6 and 112. It's 112 because 0 and 1 are the consecutive x values. So we can calculate the common ratio, which we have here, r equals 12 and 6. So 12 and 6, that's how we got the ratio of 12 and 6. And that equals to, if we divide that, that's going to give us 2. So your correct answer should be C, because, well, we have our givens, which is 6 is going to be A, and r is going to be 2. And also because if you guys want to look into the graph, the y-intercept is going to be 6. It's always going to be the first one, guys. Remember that the y-intercept is always going to be the first one, so you guys should guide this one right. Thank you guys so much for watching my part. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. Now what I want you guys to do next is to prepare yourselves and practice these kinds of problems, because they're going to be useful in the future, like I mentioned before, when you guys are going to get into Algebra 1. The best thing about exponential functions is that they are so useful in the real world situations, especially in trying to define model populations, carbon data artifacts that help to determine time of death and compute investments. So if you're interested in one of these, you're going to have to be using exponential growth in the future. Anyways, guys, this is it for mine. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves at home, staying safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.